paid for my videos, there are 3 things that I need to do. I need to monetize my videos, I need to verify my account, and 3, I need to activate AdSense. After that, I can get paid. I'll also show you how to check your AdSense account, just in case you're curious about how much you make. So what you want to do is go to Video Manager. And as you can see, it is public, but there is no monetization icon displayed here. Now, if you want to monetize your videos so you actually get paid, you need to go to Channels, which is right here on your left-hand sidebar. Click on that. Your account has to be in good standing if you're just starting up YouTube or if you've just been doing a few YouTube videos. So here where it says monetization, you want to click on Enable. Enable my account. Now, it is advisable, of course, to read through the terms and conditions. I would say the most important thing here is, of course, the fact that you need to use original content. You know, make sure that all of your videos don't contain copyright music as well as copyright content from other videos, really. Check all of these different options here and then click Accept. So these are the usual ones that appear on videos, so just leave it as it is and then click on Monetize. And that's it. That's how easy it is. You got that. Okay, let's skip here. Monetization under review, it says here. Fair enough. Now I'm gonna click on Edit. So if you don't have that icon showing yet, what you can do is click here on Monetization. You want to make sure that Monetize with Ads is checked. So if it is like this, it means that your video is not monetized. If it is like that, so checked, it means your video is monetized. Again, make sure you leave the overlay ads and skippable video ads checked as it is, and don't worry about sponsored cards. You know, just leave it as it is and save changes. Alright, so that's all done, but you're not finished yet. So this is really important. So what you want to do is go to Channel again. Here where it says you must verify your account before you can offer paid content. Now we need to verify. Let's do that. Verify account. Select country. So I'm gonna select Spain because that's where I am at the moment. Let's do here, text me the verification code. I'm gonna add my telephone number in here now, okay? And submit. I'm going to get a code sent to me in a minute, hopefully. Okay, now I'm going to add this verification code into this area here. Okay, submit. So congratulations, your YouTube account is now verified. The next thing that we need to do, there's one more thing that we need to do, which is to activate AdSense account. So there are 3 steps, right? The first thing was to monetize videos. We've done that. Second thing is to verify account. We've done that. Check. Third thing is to activate AdSense account. Let's do that now. Click on this and then click on Next. So I have got other YouTube channels, and that's the email address that I'm using for my new YouTube channel. So it depends on your case and whatever email address you want to use. If you want to create a new account, so a new email account, then click here, create or use another account. But in my case, I'm going to click on Yes. So this is just for email account. Content language, English. I'm going to say yes. That's it, guys. Now my video is completely monetized and it has been linked to AdSense, so I can actually get paid for the content that I post on my German YouTube channel. Yahoo! Fantastic. Now let me just have a look quickly at this video again, because before it wasn't monetized. As you saw before, it was yellow. Now it is blue, which means it's monetized. And I've also got my custom thumbnail here as well. So once you have started posting videos on YouTube and you want to check your balance at the end of the month to see how much you've made, this is how you can check. Type AdSense into the search area and then click on Google AdSense. And here you can check your finalized earnings, and this part is where Google shows you what you earned the month before. Now the way it works for me is on the 12th of every month, Google sends me a earnings report, so it tells me how much I've earned, and on the 24th of every month I get that sent to my bank account. That's how it works. Thank you guys for watching this, and do not forget to subscribe to this channel where I share lots of tips on how to YouTube and website better.
In this module, we're going to talk about the AdSense dashboard itself. So after you get your ads in place and you have visitors to your website, they start clicking on your ads, then you're going to start earning money. And when you go to the AdSense homepage, like we have here, and you've signed in, then you're going to see your estimated earnings. This is just kind of the dashboard summary level, the amount that you've made so far during the day, how much you made the last 7 days, 28 days, and then the last payment that you received in the previous month, for example. So we don't spend a lot of time on this homepage summary. Where we spend most of our time is in something called performance reports. When you open up the performance reports, you see that on the left there are a lot of different kinds of reports to select for the entire account by day, the various websites if you have more than one website, countries, ad units, and platforms. Ad units are the individual ads that you've created. Platforms are the different device types, whether it's desktop, tablet, or mobile. And then there are a lot of advanced reports as well, looking at your data by week and by month and by custom channels. You recall when you set up an ad, you could actually create channels to group kinds of ads together. For example, I said that if you wanted ads that were all on your tips page, you might create a tips channel, or if you wanted to report on ads that were all on your news page and your news page only, then you might create a channel just for news. Those are just some examples of kinds of channels that you might use. And then the ad types. This will be, well, we'll take a look at a few of these, but I just want to kind of give you a quick overview. Ad sizes, you can report on those so you can find out which size of ads are doing better than others. So let's just kind of look at the very first report that we get presented with, just sort of by default. And here you have the estimated earnings for this time period. In our case, we're looking at today. Let's look at this whole month of March. So we're looking at, this is the amount that we've earned so far during the month. It's the number of page views and the number of impressions. As you see, the impressions are about 3 times bigger than the page views. That's because we have approximately 3 ads per page, and so this is counting how many ads actually get displayed to users, the total number of times people have clicked on our ads. And then the RPM is the amount that we've earned per 1,000 impressions of our ads, or rather for 1,000 page views of our ads. And then this is the amount that we earn per 1,000 impressions of our ads. And the active viewable this is the percentage of ads that were actually able to be seen by a user on our site. Now, why would that not be 100? How come not all of our ads are able to be seen? And that's quite simply because users don't always scroll down to see all the ads on your page. So at any given time you have ads that are never seen by users because they never scroll down. So that's kind of the simple explanation. And this is the combined earning of all kinds of earnings. But here we have different tabs like clicks and views. These are the most important ones. You earn money in 2 ways. One is by clicks, and this is pretty clear. So like on this particular site, we had 13,000 clicks. They were clicked on 2.23% of the time. So this click-through rate is a pretty important number. And obviously when you move ads around on your site, you will change the click-through rate. If you put the ads in bad positions, you'll have a worse click-through rate. If you put them in good positions, you'll have a better click-through rate. And there's some other things that affect click-through rate that are outside of your control. For example, if Google starts showing ads that aren't pertinent to your visitors or are lower quality ads because they think that maybe you have a lower quality site and they're saving their higher quality ads for other sites, then you could see a lower click-through rate. And certainly in that case, you would also see a lower revenue per click. This is actually CPC, which stands for cost per click, but from your perspective, it isn't cost, it's actually income. So this is like a revenue per click number. So on this site earned 17 cents for each click. And we also made $3.87 per page view, per 1,000 page views. So you may recall this number is different than the number we saw over here, which was like 7.68, but that's because this is only for revenue that's coming from clicks on ad. And there's another category of revenue that's not clicks, but views. So when we also get paid in some cases for simply showing ads to people, whether they click on them or not. And we don't have any control over that. Google decides which ads are in one category or the other, and they're just based on relationships that they have with their advertisers. So just want to kind of go back to this overview and then scroll down and show you what it looks like in the table below. There's a graph, and this is earnings. And then in the table, it shows how many page views we have, how many ad impressions. Again, for this site, we have about 3 ads per page. Occasionally, there might be a really short page, and so we might only display 2 ads on that, so it won't be exactly 3 times this number. And then the clicks and the RPM and the impression RPM, which, as I mentioned above, this is for the page at the page level, and this is by impression. And then the active viewable, it varies from day to day, but you can see it's fairly consistent. And then the amount that we were earning by day, we were earning about $279 a day for this month. So that's kind of the basic dashboard report, but let's take a look at ad sizes. This can be instructional, except that in this case, it's not instructional because all of our ads are of the responsive size, which means that it changes shape and size based on device. So for your site, if you have selected different sizes, then those would show up here. Like you might have the 336 by 280 and the 728 by 90, and you might have responsive, in which case you'd have 3 different line items here. Targeting types is another interesting report. This shows the split between interest-based ads, which I explained to you earlier. These are the ads that kind of follow people around based on what they've been searching for. And so in this site, you can see that a lot of the ads are actually interest-based, 55%, 56%, and that's pretty high. Most websites are not running nearly that high for interest-based ads. And then the other category, contextual, this is the more typical kinds of ads. These are the ones where Google tries to figure out what your page is about and displays ads that are related to the content on your page. And then placement ads, this is a very small category on this site, and what that means is that that advertisers have actually located your website, and they specifically have put an ad on your site, not just generically targeting keywords, but actually targeting your specific site. And we click on the bid types report and scroll down. I mentioned to you that we make money when people click, and then sometimes when they view. And so this is the money that came in. Obviously, the vast majority is for click-related ads, and then there's a little bit of money in per view ads as well. If we click on ad networks and scroll down, you'll see that the vast majority of the money is coming directly from Google AdWords. As I explained earlier in the course, AdWords is for the advertiser, where they're actually buying ad space, and of course we are the publisher and we're getting paid in this case, and we use AdSense. And then there's a tool called Bid Manager that's also run by Google, and people can send their ads through that to us. And then there are quite a number of other ad networks that collaborate with Google, and so they are not Google themselves, but they collaborate with Google and use their platforms, the Google platform, to display their ads. So those are some of the primary kinds of reports, and you can look at these, and a lot of them are self-evident what they are, but here's kind of the weekly report. Since there's only been 2 weeks this month, that's all you see there. And of course you can set up your own reports if you like by clicking on New Report. There is one column that we haven't talked about, and it's called, first we're going to go back to Days, and then I'm going to show you, it's called Custom. And when you create a custom report, you get to pick from a list of what you want to display. And so in this case, I have a custom report set up, and it only has one column. The column is called Coverage. And I just wanted to explain coverage to you, which is why I set this report up. Coverage is the percentage of the time that Google actually fills up an ad space with an ad. There are situations when Google just simply doesn't have a good ad to put on your site at that particular time, when they'll actually leave that spot blank. You recall that when we set up an ad, there was an area on the screen called backup ads, and that's when you're telling Google what to do when it doesn't have an ad to display. And sometimes it leaves it blank, or other times you can tell it to display an ad that you give it yourself. And in order to do that, you actually have to create an image and create a URL to store that image, and then Google will go get that image from that URL, and you can look that up online on how to do that. But the point here is that you want to have coverage rates like this that are in the high 98, 99 percentile, because what that means is that only 1% of the time did Google not have an ad to show your users. And clearly, if you're seeing lower numbers, then you're missing a lot of opportunity to show ads to other people. So I just wanted to point that out. And the way you would do that is when you create a custom report for the first time, it lets you select a column like coverage, and you could select any of these other columns that you find on other reports as well, just to kind of customize a report for you. Now there's a section called Allow and Block Ads, and you can select categories of ads that you want to display or not display on your website. And then there's some information about the kind of traffic from the last 30 days and how the amount of traffic relates to the earnings that you've made for that particular category. Now, whereas it may seem tempting to really manage this and go through here and allow and block various categories, the truth is that for the vast majority of people, the vast majority of time, you lose money when you start trying to block things yourself and to try to micromanage Google. You're much better off letting Google select the ads themselves. Now there are some exceptions to that guidance. One of them is that you may have competitors who are targeting ads to be put on your site, and if you're looking at your site and you see your competitors' ads showing up and you don't want to display them, then you can find settings in here to block those ads. You can block very specific ads, or you can just block entire categories of ads. You may also have some ethical issues. There may be some categories of ads that you simply don't want to display on your site, and if that's the case, then you can locate those in this section. Now, in this course, I'm not explaining how to set up Google Analytics on your website. You'll have to find that in another course, but once you have Google Analytics set up on your site where you're actually tracking all your visitors and the pages that they're going to, and when you have AdSense set up as well, you can link your AdSense account to your Google Analytics account. And you do that on this home page in the dashboard where it says integrate with Google AdSense. You just click that. And then as you see here, it says you must be an administrator of a Google Analytics account to integrate it with this AdSense account. So you need to have already set up an analytics account. Now, in this particular situation, there is not an analytics account set up, so I can't demonstrate that for you. But if you did have one set up, then it's going to list the account that it found for you, and you'll simply select from the pull-down menu the right account and the right analytics view, and then click submit that you want to link those things together. And I'll show you what it looks like after you've done that. Let me bring up an analytics account. And the huge advantage you'll find to linking your Analytics and AdSense accounts together is that Analytics will then show you the revenue per page on your website. So these are the different pages on this particular website, and it shows how much money each page has made. And of course, at the page level, you can tell how good the click-through is. This is publisher click-through rate. You saw the click-through on the AdSense dashboard, and it's kind of rolls up all the click-through of the individual articles. But here you can see it on each individual article, and then you can see how much money each individual article is making. And of course, some of them make a lot more per 1,000 sessions than others. And so this is really, really handy. If you have a website with multiple pages, which most people do, and some websites have many hundreds or thousands of pages, then you can see exactly what percentage of your revenue is coming from each page, and you can use this to optimize pages that are not performing very well from an AdSense point of view.
Đấy lý trong hai mình phía rồi biết vô AdSense hot account vô máu đặt nông lòng cơ đấy miên miên vật miên adbert miên tụi mình cái cam mà nhé thì mới nhầm từ lòng hồn mới đấy thì tụi mình cái cam một nhóm đấy nhưng tôi yếu biết tôi edit tiền thì còn tôi đấy không nên thằng giờ nó đặt mới chân những cái thằng biết mặt chân tôi cho buồn những rồi ấy cô thằng hot đi trên bật đấy mới chặt đi con động mùi làm tới con này đi con động mùi làm tới khi ai trên trên đến chân vô viết thư viết file viết đặt ở trên thành đoạn mình code bằng nhau ấy vô đồ lệ gì mà đồ lệ code bao giờ lại mình code bao giờ trong code đi mình sẽ vô trong mình vô code vô tâm lệ đấy đến vô viết nó đi trong đặc định tiếp đồ viết ấy cái chia website yang terdak tránh website bao giờ rồi vô website copy đồ website dân nữa website dân chùa ấy belong như chùa ấy belong chùa nam belong như thế thấy nó chùm nu lê vào về đấy lê tầm hùng từ trong đâu lê tầm hùng lên má tại dân trong đặt bay rồi con kia là nó đọc qua rồi con tay váy nhẫn tầm hùng về mình đá bên tay đây là chắc hạt mày xéo đây phía đi lâu tiếp mà lấy chai nhảy mới nó đặt hôm bay rồi phải mà phải chỗ của mình nữa trước khi tôi một copy giờ mình có tiền nó bán nó mấy mình copy rồi anh cho thứ cho một copy với các bạn thì mình tèo rồi đấy nó kèm tay mà đam hết ngoài tay mà hết đến ăn thì nó thì đôi được lấy rồi lấy thành phần cho nó khi rồi tất con đều là một hai tầm cua về đó tầm rồi vài quẹt tầm mơ tầm bay rồi đây rồi cái này muốn cái tầm hùng tình cảm tầm hùng bay rồi các bạn thấy trong anh câu nó dùng đã thì là cái nông trong chuyện đó nông kỳ hạn của một đợt muốn đến cua tại đắt và được cái cam thì còn trong tại mấy nông được cam nông lòng cờ muốn như thế ai tại ban bè nó ban tại bay không thế thì đặt ra đã mấy tay đặt bay trong mấy của mình tem thì mình phải ở trên sân những nốt mặt ra mình phải cho mình trắng kia thay cái tag bằng thế đúng thì thấy trong cái code nó cho mình là round description một copy description round các bạn biết coi dùng link.
Hello YouTube, this is Mr. Wealth Guru. I'm going to try and keep this very short as I can. I like to keep my videos short. This is probably my 4th take on this video. I really have a hard time keeping it under the time, but hopefully this time will be the right amount of time. Right, first thing I'd like to do is thank you all for making me the 16th most subscribed guru in Canada this week, with 265 views and 7 subscribers in 6 days. I think that's pretty impressive. Second thing I'd like to bring up, the comments. We had a person here comment with something they would like to see on my next YouTube video, which I would like to do on my next video, just because I want this person to message me or comment on the website with more specific exactly what they want, so I can try and deliver exactly what you guys want. So if you guys have comments, please come to freewealthguru.yolosite.com and post your comment here, or you can post it on my video, or you can send me a private message, and I'll be sure to help you guys out as much as I can. Apart from that, like I said, I'm going to get into Google AdSense today. Very short, because I'm going to be adding a section to my website very soon, strictly on Google AdSense. I'd just like to bring you through this. If you already have an account, obviously, you know, you sign in here. All you need to sign into Google AdSense is just a regular Google account. As you know, most of Google's little side things they have all run on one account. if you don't have that yet, click sign up now. You need you do not need a website URL, even though it says ask for one. If you click here, do I have to own a website to use AdSense? Click that if you want to read about it, but I'm going to tell you right now, you don't need one. For your payee name, make that the name that you have on your bank account. Otherwise, you cannot cash the money, or it cannot be wired into your bank, which you can do it both ways. You can get a check, or you can get it wired into your bank. Now, when you set this up, if you're doing it by check, Google will send you a little paper. I think it comes with $75 AdWords bonus, you could say, and also comes with just, I think, a little code you have to type in just to verify that that's actually your address. And I think they also have to call you, and it's not a real person, it's just a recording, if I remember correctly, and I think you get another code or something that you have to type in. I don't remember too much, but it's something along those lines. So just make sure you type in this correctly. It says you have to be 18 years old. I'm not going to tell you to lie about your age, and I'm not going to tell you not to lie about your age. If that's what you want to do, it's your own choice. If you're under 18, you want an account, by all means, go ahead, I guess. If you get in trouble, sorry. Okay, so for AdSense, get your account set up, do everything you need to do. Then for putting it on a website, first of all, you have to make a website. I'll probably be making a video about that actually coming up soon, about what you should make your website about. I just say right now, probably don't do it on making money online unless you really are an expert or know what you're doing about making money online, because people like to verify that you actually make money online. So from that, I'll show you my ads that I have on my website. By the way, you don't have to choose the ads. Google does it for you. If your website's about baseball, all the ads will be about baseball or something relative to baseball. It might, if for say they run out of, no one's advertising for baseball, it might go to like soccer or something, but they keep it as close to your website as they can. There's a little read up right now about Google AdSense on the website, but nothing too special. I mean, it's just a little thing. I will be adding a whole page about it soon, though. Again, if you have any questions, go to the comment section. But about the ads, don't click on them yourself, and don't tell someone to click on them every day, because Google will find out. They're unbelievably smart. I like to try and blend the ads in. As you can see, you can choose most of the color combinations of your ads. So don't make this the background black, because everyone's going to know it's an ad. The background of your website is white, so make the ads background white so it blends in, right? That's pretty much all I'm going to say today. There's a little bit more you should know just about where to place them. Basically, place them in places that people might click on them on accident. Place them under some of your own links, maybe make them the same color. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's also a little bit of trial and error. You got to do some yourself, see what happens. You can switch around. It's not permanent. All this is an HTML code you have to put on your website. It's pretty easy. Again, any questions, ideas for new videos, topics on my website, please comment, subscribe, add me as a friend, personal message me on YouTube, whatever you got to do, and I'll be sure to try and help you with all of those. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing if you have. Thank you for anything you've done with my website or my YouTube channel. I'll be making a new video soon, so see you guys later.
Para entrar en el programa es muy fácil. Simplemente coges un ordenador o un móvil y en tu buscador www.google.com/AdSense. Entonces allí pues entrarás en una web donde tendrás información sobre el programa, tienes pues casos prácticos de gente que está usando AdSense, cómo le está funcionando, etcétera. Y bueno, simplemente rellenas un formulario que te piden información básica y lo envías. Entonces tendrás que pasar las políticas de AdSense, ¿de acuerdo? Entonces si quedas aceptado en el programa, se te notifica y ya puedes empezar a usar AdSense.
¿Cómo se implementa Google AdSense en una página web?
Es muy fácil. Una vez estás admitido en el programa, que significa que has cumplido al menos inicialmente con las políticas, entras en la interfaz de AdSense y bajo el tab de mis anuncios generas etiquetas. Entonces le llamas a un anuncio, no sé, puedes crear diferentes anuncios, pues le puedes llamar a uno 728x90 superior y si quieres tener otro abajo, 728x90 inferior. Creas estos anuncios, generas los códigos y estos códigos los implementas en tu página web. Entonces, tú en tu página web eres libre de ponerlos arriba, abajo, en el centro, en el lateral izquierdo, en el derecho, pero es muy fácil, es simplemente generar un código y pegarlo en tu página. Esto es una pregunta interesante porque el modelo que hay detrás de la decisión de qué anuncio se muestra es una subasta, ¿de acuerdo? Entonces, ¿cómo funciona? Cuando un usuario está cargando una página, ¿de acuerdo? La página está cargada, en ese momento puede estar viendo anuncios. ¿Cómo han salido esos anuncios? Esos anuncios, por ejemplo, para el de arriba del todo, el 728x90 que ha creado un bloguero, lo que va a pasar es que en milisegundos, cuando se está cargando la página, se va a hacer una petición al servidor de Google y lo que va a hacer es va a haber una subasta en tiempo real que va a hacer competir a diferentes tipos de anunciante por ese espacio en concreto. Entonces, el que esté dispuesto a pagar más es el que va a salir, pero no va a pagar ese precio, va a pagar el precio del segundo anunciante. Y os voy a poner un ejemplo. Imaginaros que para aparecer en un sitio, en un espacio publicitario, hay 3 anunciantes. Uno que paga 1 euro, otro que paga 50 céntimos y otro que paga 20 céntimos. El ganador, claro, en la subasta sería el que paga 1 euro, pero no acabaría pagando 1 euro, pagaría el precio del segundo, que son 50 céntimos. Entonces, eso es lo que está pagando ese ese anunciante por aparecer allí. Para pagarle al editor hay 2 modelos, el modelo de CPC, que es coste por clic, y el modelo de CPM, que es coste cada 1000 impresiones. Esto lo decide el anunciante. Yo como anunciante puedo decir, pues quiero pagarte, quiero pagar por cada clic, entonces cada vez que clique en el anuncio pagaré, ¿de acuerdo? Eso es lo bueno para el anunciante, que puede estar mostrando un anuncio, pero si no hace clic no se le cobra, ¿de acuerdo? Y obviamente el editor tampoco genera un ingreso. Pero si el anunciante en este caso ha decidido, en vez de ir a coste por clic, ir a coste por 1000 impresiones, cada 1000 impresiones de ese anuncio, ese anunciante estará generando, estará pagando a ese editor. En la página web de AdSense, que es www.google.com/AdSense, y allí tienes la explicación mucho más a fondo sobre cómo funciona, qué ventajas tiene. Y bueno, luego tienes casos de éxito también, tienes vídeos, tienes un montón de recursos y además si quieres también puedes te puedes suscribir al canal de YouTube donde tienes también un montón de vídeos que te explican casos de éxito de AdSense y demás.